we're so used to seeing Abby with Trace and now to see Abby with Evan. Can you kind of compare and contrast their different approaches and their different energies?
Well, let's see. They're quite different. I mean, Evan is sort of like a puppy dog, and Trace is not like a puppy dog. So he has a puppy dog, but he is not a puppy dog.
Right.
Yeah, so they're very sort of, they kind of like just get at each other a little bit. They kind of take digs at each other, and they kind of joke around a lot, and uh there's a lot of humor between them.
I want to dive right in since the season 5 premiere of Chesapeake Shores has completely, just I think it's brought a certain warmth and joy into our hearts that speaking for myself, I certainly needed. And my first thing I want to say to you, huge compliment. I love this hair. I love that you're also rocking it in real life. What inspired this new hair and kind of these new beginnings for Abby? She's the president of the family company. Tell me about all these new exciting things happening in her life.
Well, this season for Abby is a season of new beginnings, just like you say. She's in a new place. She's really settled into her life in Chesapeake Shores. She's, trying to listen to her heart more and do the things that are what's best for her and herself and her family, like her girls. And part of that is, leaving some things behind, and some of that weight and baggage is coming out in her hair.
Was this your idea? Because it looks so great on you.
Well, funny enough, I'm still nursing, and so this is my British Botox.
I've never heard that before. That's absolutely
I think,
genius.
who did I hear it from? It was someone like Helen Mirren or somebody like amazing I heard say it. I was like, that's so, yes, I need bangs because I can't get Botox because I'm nursing, so I'm gonna get bangs. Because I'm very expressive when I talk, and my forehead is very wrinkly and it bothers me. So now I have bangs and I don't have to worry about it. It's so great.
You're absolutely stunning, and I love that. I don't know. I feel like new hair can really just do something for a woman, and it can signify the beginning of a new chapter. And I'm curious, as
Totally.
Abby is such a career woman, she's super successful, but with that, of course, comes peaks and valleys. What are some of the hurdles that Abby is going to be facing in season 5?
Some of the hurdles. Well, I think one of the things that is a blessing and a curse is that she's working with her father,
Mm.
which
How's
has
that
been
going
a
to go?
dream of hers for since she was 6 years old.
Mm.
And, I think like anything that is a dream, it's not always what you expect.
Sure.
And, Abby has proven herself to be a very, very well equipped businesswoman. She's very strong willed. She's very stubborn. And guess where she gets that from? Her dad.
Yeah, I wonder.
So, I think it's a learning curve for them both, but they love each other and they have a lot of fun working together. And, I think it's really nice that she's sort of cleaning the slate of leaving the big company and working with her dad now, and really sort of bringing in all of the family elements, and having fun with all of that.
I mean, what can you tell me about Abby's career journey and what we're going to see unfold in season 5? Because, like you said, it's quite a drastic change to go from A to B, and especially mixing, the business with the pleasure, working with family. Are there going to be little bumps along the road?
I think there'll for sure be some bumps, but I think a lot of those bumps happened, I think, last season and season 4, with just sort of seeing what was really going on at the big sort of conglomerate corporation that she was working at, and now seeing this opportunity to work with her father and help him with the things that he's dealing with Dilfer and the lawsuits and everything like that, and wanting to really be able to put her focus into helping him and building this business that has meant so much to him over the years. I think that we saw Abby in season 1 in New York in her big corporate office, and she was really ladder climbing and doing very well at it, and then just realizing that it wasn't giving her the life that she wanted. I love the journey that she's been on of sort of realizing how you can, be a mom and take care of your family and your children, but then still maintain your career and but doing it on your own terms as opposed to, working for a big company that doesn't really value you.
100%. Amen to everything you just said. And we, of course, just watched episode 2. And I have to tell you, I picked up the phone and called my dad after I watched that scene between you and your father, Treat Williams, out on the porch, swinging on the balcony, and you sing that beautiful song together. What is it like sharing the screen with someone like Treat Williams and having these like really tender moments together?
I mean, I have to say, Treat is just one of my favorite people. And I love where Abby and Mick have sort of come in their relationship. In season 1, they have the pilot, they have that big fight, and Abby says to him, your kids aren't okay, and you're focusing on work, and we need you, basically. And he really stepped up, and he heard her, and he did a complete sea change, and he's around, and he's there for hammering away at Jess's B&B and trying to fix things and bringing me on board, and he's just really stepped up as a father. And I think that's been really wonderful to see his relationship with all of his kids grow. And then Treat Williams, I mean, he was Danny Zuko on Broadway, and I got to sing with him on the porch. Like, I was in the chorus on Broadway. Not on Broadway, I'm sorry, I was in the chorus in high school for Grease, not on Broadway. I don't want to get that wrong.
Well, I mean, are there
on Broadway? You hear about it.
Are there any Grease sing-alongs in between takes?
Constantly. Like, basically, if I do a scene with Treat, I'm like, okay, Treat, what are we singing right now? Because he likes to sing "Raining on Prom Night," and I like to sing. What is the one that I always sing? Now I can't remember. Beauty School Dropout. That's the one.
Well, graduation day for you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're huge dorks. It's really quite funny. So when I saw that we got to sing together, it wasn't Grease, but it was Turalura. So it was also pretty great.
Hey, fingers crossed for maybe like a Grease tribute episode in what could be a season 6.
Oh my gosh, I hope so.
Oh my gosh, let's put it out into the universe. Jesse,
or a Grease movie. A Grease remake movie. I don't know if that would work, but
honestly, I'm here for all of the above. And I want to segue a little bit and talk a little bit about romance, because fans have been with you and with Abby on this journey throughout several seasons. And in episode 2, we said goodbye to Trace. So I'm just kind of curious, from your perspective, Meghan, where is Abby's heart at right now?
I think that Abby's been through so much with Trace. And what I sort of realized this season, which was really interesting, it just in terms of like the healing of the family, is, Trace was someone that was really important to her emotionally when her family was going through a whole lot of like tumultuous times with her mom leaving and just her taking care of her siblings and everything. And Trace was, her rock for that. And I think a lot of her sort of feelings about him are mixed up in that time. And I think the fact that she's able to sort of say goodbye to him now from a place of, love and happiness, that she wants what's best for him, but knows that what they want is just not the same thing, that it sort of shows the healing of the family, and that she's able to sort of let go of that person who was there for her at a time that was really difficult. But now she has, her family as her rock now, because her family has come together in a totally different way. And so I think it's sad. And, anyone that you have great history with and love for, it's sad to say goodbye. And, I'm sure that Trappy fans are going to be, heartbroken for a little while, because it's a sad thing. But I think it's also really beautiful that they're just realize that they're not in the same place and they're not right for each other anymore, and you want something that was the past that has all this, beautiful memories, but then when you bring it into the present, it's not what you think are expecting, sort of.
Totally. And I think you hit the nail on the head there. Like, I loved personally, even though I am sad about it, I loved that it was kind of the beginning of two people going on separate journeys that are going to suit them best. And I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
great message in life. It's okay to go on different roads, whether it's with a romantic partner or just friends. I think being in constant pursuit of your best self is a wonderful message. And we really are seeing Abby do that in season
Mm-hmm.
5. Can you tease, like, in what ways she will continue to self-develop?
Well, yes, I can. I think one of the things that was really apparent for me for this season, with the new hair and the new job and everything, is Abby's really trying to have more fun this season and be more lighthearted and sort of really slough off all of the, last few years, like her divorce. And she's been through a lot of stuff over the few years that we've known her. And this year is about her trying to, you know, what get her groove back on her. What, I can't remember what someone said about her, but
Oh, Abby gets
yeah, Abby gets her groove back. Yeah.
Can you tease any specific scenes or memorable things that fans should definitely keep a lookout for?
Well, there's some singing and there's some dancing and there's some running and there's some Abby gets a new hobby this season, which is really awesome. And I was not sure what I felt about it when I first read it, but
Uh-huh.
Abby takes up karate,
Like
and
the
it's kind
girls.
of amazing. With her girls, yeah, she joins her girls hobby and starts doing karate, and she's really good at it, and she really realizes that she likes to have an outlet for all of that sort of pent up uh, big corporate energy that she doesn't have an outlet for anymore. So she's gonna hit some bags instead of, I guess, yell at people.
I love it. It feels very therapeutic, right?
Yes, very therapeutic. Yeah.
Okay, so you told me Abby's good at karate or taekwondo. How does Meghan feel about it? How has the training been for you?
Um, it was pretty great. I've done it in the past for other jobs. I've played some cops in the past where I had to do some training for it, but I haven't done it in a really long time. And I have to say that there's a scene where I do a high kick, and they did not need to use my stunt double, so it went
What
pretty well.
queen. I love it. And look,
It's all me.
it's all you high kicking 180
High
degrees.
kicking, yeah. Only with
Look,
my left leg though. I'm like Zoolander. I only kick left.
and it's true. You have more flexibility in one leg than the other. So
It is.
left leg is your lucky leg.
I guess so. Yeah.
I love it. And look, I see this huge smile on your face. And I know
Yeah.
obviously I'm talking to you right now, Meghan, the actress, not Abby. But I have to believe that this smile and this energy is going to carry over into Abby's love life. I'm really excited. I know this Sunday's episode, we're going to meet a certain Robert Buckley who's coming to town as this new character named Evan. Who is Evan? What
Yes.
can you tell us about him?
Well, Evan is a pain in Abby's butt,
Stop.
unfortunately.
What does that mean?
Evan is this, like, happy-go-lucky, positive, super just annoying pain in Abby's butt. So Evan comes into town. He is working on a project with Abby and Mick, and he is very demanding. He's got a lot of money, and he's just always right there. And Abby can't get away from him. Yeah, he's really really irritating.
Okay, so fair to say it was not exactly love at first sight.
No, definitely not. I would for sure not say that at all. But they
Okay,
have a very nice working relationship, sort of.
can you
But there's
describe?
a lot of they really butt heads. They love hate each other. Let's say they love hate each other.
Okay.
More hate than love.
That's a certain type of energy that definitely can manifest in interesting ways. Can you describe what Evan and Abby's dynamic is? You know, kind of as they get more acclimated together, they start working together. Does the groove start to unfold a bit?
I don't know if I would call it a groove per se, but when they meet each other, Evan is riding a hoverboard, and I think that is not really what Abby is expected has come to expect with dealing with business people. He's sort of like another child to her. And for, I think, Evan, Abby's not impressed by him or his money. And she is a straight shooter and tells him like it is. And he's not used to that. And so there's actually a line at the end of when we meet him and he says, you don't like me and I don't like you. So we should work together and this is going to be great. And he's bang on.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see all this unfold, especially, coming off, we're so used to seeing Abby with Trace and now to see Abby with Evan. Can you kind of compare and contrast their different approaches and their different energies?
Well, let's see. They're quite different. I mean, Evan is sort of like a puppy dog, and Trace is not like a puppy dog. So he has a puppy dog, but he is not a puppy dog. Right. Yeah. So they're very sort of, they kind of like just get at each other a little bit. They kind of take digs at each other and they kind of joke around a lot and there's a lot of humor between them, because I think when you're working with somebody that you don't really like but you have to like because you're working together, you kind of have to find a way to relate. And so that's sort of how they relate is just by making fun of each other, sort of. Yeah. It's pretty fun.
I have to tell you, when I spoke with your co-star, Andrew Francis, in our last Hallmark live virtual event, I loved what he said. He said that he thinks Robert Buckley brings a certain lightness and, like, I don't know, renewed breathability to the show, that he's just like a breath of fresh air to have. What was it like for you to be filming scenes with Rob Buckley?
I think that's a great description. Yeah, he is a breath of fresh air. He came in, and I mean, that's a hard thing to do, to kind of come into a season 5 where with a family show as well. Like, we're all pretty entrenched in our roles with each other. I'm the oldest and the boss of everyone, clearly, as I'm sure they will all tell you. And to just sort of swoop in and be like, "Hi, I'm the new guy," and he was just, great at it. He fit in just smoothly and got along with everyone, and yeah. And I think we have a new showrunner this year, Fief Sutton, and he wrote for Cheers years and years ago. And amazing. There's definitely a little Sam and Diane dynamic that he brought to the Evan and Abby relationship, which we really, really loved.
Do you have
fun? I'm the Sam, though, and he's the Diane.
Oh, I love that.
Just to be clear.
The 2021 version of that. I love it.
Yes, exactly.
Is there a favorite behind the scenes moment that you can share, maybe working with Rob, that you really enjoyed throughout season 5?
Working with Rob. Well, I don't know about Rob specifically, but there is a scene where Treat Williams does the worm, and I don't know if it's going to make it to air or not, but it happened, and I don't know if you're going to see it.
What was your reaction?
Envision it.
Are you in that scene?
Oh yeah, we're all in it.
What was your reaction when you saw something as epic as Treat Williams doing the worm?
Your joy and laughter. I feel like that actually sums up this season, is Treat Williams doing the worm. He's gonna kill me for saying that.
It's a brilliant tease. Okay, here's my last romance question, and then we'll move on. we want to see Abby happy at the end of the day as viewers. We just want her to be thriving and to be happy in all facets of her life. Can you tell the viewers, the Chessies, does Abby find romance and happiness again in season 5?
I think Abby is the happiest you will ever see her this season, for sure, 100%. And let's also not forget that Jay is still around. Jay Ross, Mr. Jay Ross.
I mean,
he's just like he just keeps on trucking.
Is he a dark horse that we shouldn't count out of the competition? Because Abby just kind of seems a little hesitant where we're at right now. But I don't know. The first season,
I think Abby's just going. She's going with the flow this year. I think whoever's the right fit is gonna win the day.
That's very fair. I love it. And look, we are obviously invested in many facets of Abby's life. Personally, I just love the sister scenes. I'm very close with my sister in real life, and seeing the O'Brien girls together, sipping wine or coffee, those scenes truly kind of just warm my heart. What can you tell us about Abby's relationships with her sisters this season? Maybe tease a little something about the wedding episode.
Yes, the big wedding. Well, the sisters are just awesome. Those scenes they're our favorite to do. I think that whenever we talk to the writers, they always say that they love writing them, and it never feels like we get to do enough. We always say that we need to do a Three Sisters movie. Somehow we all go somewhere together, and so we just get a whole movie of Three Sisters because we just have so much fun together. And Amelia and Laci are two of my best friends now. Like we have kids that are the same age. I made them all get pregnant.
That's so wild that you're on movies together.
Our kids are all like a couple months apart because I started. I was like, you just got to do it. I mean, just do it.
Are you having play dates?
Oh yeah, we have play dates. We were joking. We needed to have a nursery on set because there were 5 babies this last season. Because there were only 1, 2. So Jessica Sipos also has a baby who plays Brendan Penny, Kevin's wife. And her baby is also a couple months apart. So a couple of us were pumping and like nursing on set, and their babies running around. And it was, that should have been like a documentary on its own because it was just so funny.
I was going to say that's going to be like Chesapeake Shores season 75. Like we're going to see your kids in the future this O'Brien legacy.
Just they keep on going.
Right? What can you tell me about close relationships that you fostered with these women on the show? I think that's one of the things that I truly love about Chesapeake Shores. It's strong women supporting one another, being there for one another. Tell me about what that means to you. And is there a group chat? I assume there is between you, Laci, and Julia. What goes down?
There's definitely a group chat between us. There's a group chat between everyone. I mean, it's funny because sometimes you hear about shows where there's a lot of women involved and they don't get along or there's animosity and whatnot. And from sort of the beginning, we just all kind of clicked right away and have always, had each other's back about everything. Our husbands are all friends, which is pretty funny. And I remember Laci had an audition for something, and Amelia and I were texting her like, "Good luck." And we keep in touch, and they're wonderful. They're just wonderful people, and I think that shows on screen. And they're also like, they have beautiful hearts, and they're wonderful actresses, and Barbara and Diane and Jess, like we're really lucky. The whole cast, especially the women, are just fantastic. The boys are okay too.
Right.
They're fine.
That sisterhood I know is so real. And being as close as you are with Laci in real life, what was your reaction when you got to see your on-screen sister all done up in her bridal veil and gown?
Oh, it was a lot because she eloped, and so we weren't there at her wedding. And we're good friends with her husband as well. And so, she obviously I kind of said that she needed to bring her actual husband so that they could take a picture of her in a wedding dress and
Yes,
the whole
yes.
thing. And I wish that they had, because it was very like it was like being at her wedding, and it's just the wrong guy there, but still.
You had all the other elements, just the different
Yeah,
guy.
it was amazing. I think I might have some behind the scenes videos of wedding day that when we get to wedding episode, I may post.
Okay, I hope you do. I'm going to hold you to
Yes.
that. But for
Yeah.
now, is there something you can tell me that was very memorable? You know, get the Chessies excited about. You know, Hallmark does these wedding episodes so beautifully. What can they expect to see in this beautiful wedding episode?
Oh my gosh. Well, Laci is like a vision. She's like a bridal Barbie doll in her wedding outfit. And just the whole everything. I mean, I don't really want to tell you that much, because you know it's going to be amazing, and you know it's going to be beautiful and wonderful and romantic, and like it's just Chesapeake Shores plus a wedding. We've had a couple, but this one is pretty special. You know, it's pretty special.
Okay,
There is
amazing.
dancing.
Is this where the worm occurs?
Maybe.
Okay, okay. We're definitely going to keep our
Possible.
eyes. We'll keep our eyes peeled
Keep
for
your
that.
eyes peeled. Yes.
Yes. And then just speaking to season 5 in general, is there one scene that you're just truly most excited for the Chessies to see?
I mean, it's got to be the wedding. I think everyone can't wait for the wedding. It's so exciting and so well done, and yeah, the wedding.
Well, I want to get your reaction, because when I spoke with your co-stars in the last live event, a lot of them seemed really excited about the season 5 finale. What's your reaction to that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What happens there?
It's a kind of crazy finale. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot that happens.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I'm not going to say anything because there's a lot that happens.
All right. You're a pro. I can tell you've done this a few times before.
But you definitely need to tune in for the finale. And I think too, you know, that for the Chessies that are sad about Trace leaving and sort of a different direction that the show is taking this year, I hope that you will stick with us, because we all had so much fun this season, and there's a lot of, you know, like Andrew said, there's a lot of lightness that has been brought to the season. And I think after COVID and everything, it was really, you know, therapeutic for all of us to get to sort of be in that space of just having fun and having fun with each other. And so I hope that you know, I hope that you stick with the season and see it through to the end, because the writers did a wonderful job, and everyone's storylines this year are so, you know, in depth and intricate, and you meet a lot of new people, and there's a lot of love and laughter and drama, and I think that, you know, all the things that you want to see, you will see. So stick with us till the end, and then make your decision.
I think I encourage everybody to stick with it. If especially, I've seen episodes 1 and 2, which have both been just fantastic. I have to imagine the best is yet to come as you guys continue to deliver week after week.
Yeah.
My final question before I let you go, I asked your co-stars this, so I wanted to ask you as well. If you could tease the season 5 finale of Chesapeake Shores in one adjective, what would it be?
Ooh. Can it be a sound?
I guess. Ooh. Okay.
What? What happens?
Is there
that was me when I was reading it. It was like, what? And then wait, what?
Wow. So the season 5 finale even had you shocked.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Like, yeah.
Okay.
So basically we need a season 6, because I need to find out what happens.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's put that out into the universe. Can you tell me if that expressive reaction that you just had, is it in terms of romance? Is it a family conundrum?
It's everything.
Wow.
They're like almost every single person has a something.
Wow.
Almost every single person. Yeah.
Goodness. Okay, well, I think that is a wonderful reason to continue.
And I tell you what, you will not see it coming because I didn't.
Really, even all your years of
and
playing.
And if you did see it coming, please tell me because
you're a psychic. Yes.